Hey, welcome everybody. We were in the middle of the discussion as I click live because I didn't orchestrate it, but we are here. We're with Candyman. Hartman will be here in a just a minute. How we doing, Candyman?
I'm doing great, man. I'm feeling optimistic about some of my teams that have made it through to the semis. I've got 9 teams remaining on Underdog, and some of them are looking pretty good. I think there's one or two that I don't know if they have a shot or not. We'll find out. But now that we have the pods released today, I have quite a few teams that actually have some unique pieces that I'm excited about, some unique combos. So you were just telling me about how you can look at the draft board in this view. I actually haven't looked at the draft boards for the pods in this view yet, so I'm pretty pumped to like dive into it and see where the players were that I drafted, like which rounds I took them in, where everyone else took those
Yeah.
players. I will say the first thing I noticed is like there's a lot of Cortland Sutton across a lot of Bo
It,
Nix and a lot of Cortland
I
Sutton across all the tournaments.
I didn't draft a whole lot of James Cook. Like I was at like 6% James Cook and like 4% Cortland Sutton, and they're both like very high. Like of my 17 teams, I have 9 of them that are relying on James Cook.
Wow.
And I only had like 6%. Uh, and Cortland Sutton, I only had like 4%, and I've got 5 shares of my 17 on him. So, yeah, and Troy Franklin's another one. Like I'm seeing Troy Franklin everywhere as well.
For sure.
Uh, yeah, so go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's look at what we got here. You are in, so you're at the far end over there.
Yeah. And this one that we're looking at, this is actually a Best Ball Mania. It was drafted on August 16th, and it was from a stream draft that I did. And so I started off with Gibbs and Jacobs. I got T. Higgins in the third, McLaurin in the fourth, DJ Moore in the fifth, Pacheco in the sixth, which, we'll see if that pays off at all. At least he's active.
Right.
Addison in the seventh, and then ETN in the eighth. So at least, I mean, that's kind of a ideal
What
start
what
in terms
is
of just filling out the flex.
does that say 16.2% McLaurin?
Where's that?
What's the number down there next in the bottom right or left corner?
Oh, it says 18.2.
Is that ownership percentage?
I it
Because that feels high if that's what that is.
I'm trying to think. That doesn't really make sense though. 18.2.
Yeah, it doesn't, right?
Yeah, I don't know what that number is actually.
Um, but
So, first tight end, I take Andrews in the 9th round. I then get my stack. Well, I know this is the one I didn't stack. This is my naked Bo Nix team. So I grabbed Bo Nix there. I guess it's more of a bring back for the week 17 with T. Higgins, is the way I was thinking it, and then maybe getting some later stacks on the Broncos, which did not end up happening on this team. It's a naked Bo Nix. I've got Caleb Williams stacked up with DJ Moore. Took Kyle Pitts, which I didn't take a whole lot of Kyle Pitts, and I already had Mark Andrews here, so it's interesting that I did that. But I guess because I took Pitts and Penix together, and so that was that immediate stack that I did on this team. I
yeah,
filled it out with Leggett, Algier, continuing the Atlanta team stack. A lot of Alec Pierce on my teams. One of my rare Darius Slayton teams. I feel like I was drafting a little bit of Darius Slayton, but not too much. And then, Ray McLeod, which would have tied into the Atlanta piece earlier on
yeah,
in the season.
yeah. So you have a couple dead pieces, but I mean, overall, like that feels really good. Like even if
Yeah, that's not
Pacheco is
too bad.
considered dead, like I don't think he is, but I mean, you got 3 awesome running backs there. And then you got
Right.
4 like, you got 3 pretty solid wide receivers, assuming Higgins does play. He practiced today, so
Oh,
that
did he?
does that doesn't mean he's gonna clear, but he needs 2 practices without a symptom, uh, to be ruled to be able to play. So, practicing today is a good sign. Yeah, but, like with your first 8 rounds, you have a very good like up to flex right there, right?
Yeah,
Like
and that's
you could
kind of the
easily fill that.
formula,
And
right? The formula for Best
yeah,
Ball Mania has been generally filling out the flex in the first 6 to 7 rounds, and then the QB range typically rounds 8 through 12. And so I grab,
yeah.
2 QBs that are still active right in that pocket, get some middle tight ends, and then just kind of some random
That's
pieces on the back end.
this team was drafted really early in the year because they really fell about 20 picks from there.
I probably just
Just
reached up a little bit for him. I take him in the 14th round. This was drafted on August 16th.
okay.
So not too early in the year,
So
but yeah.
why were you in on Leggett or
No, I
did you
hardly
just
took any. I think I had like 4% Leggett or even like around maybe less. So I just
he he's had what like 3 decent spikes. So like that's actually a pretty fun piece, especially against
not
the
bad.
Bucks defense this week.
I'd be more excited about Alec Pierce playing on Monday Night Football and giving this team a last hope of scoring some points in a flex or a wide receiver 3 kind of spot if Philip Rivers wasn't the quarterback.
How much CMC's in the pod?
That's a great question. Let's go look at that first round here, assuming he's going to be in the first round. And I don't see
Oh,
any. I see
one.
a lot of Jonathan Taylor.
There's one JT, one Monday
Oh,
night
one
showdown
McCaffrey, the
team.
very first team.
Yeah,
Shaw
one
Dog has him.
showdown team right there on Monday night. All of his points are going to come from that game.
Yeah, how interesting. That's kind of lucky to have McCaffrey and JT on Monday night because it really gives you the opportunity to come out of nowhere and take over the pod.
Yeah, like he could be 60 points down and still feel like he has a chance. Like
Right.
not a like he's not dead until he's like more than 60 points down, right?
For sure. Is that something you've been doing too? I didn't get to catch your stream earlier today, but mentally I was thinking, man, I wish I had more Patriots, Ravens, 49ers, and Colts across my teams. And I do have a lot of Alec Pearson, a lot of Colts in
I mean,
general from JT teams, but like it just gives you one more game to sweat before you know you're done.
so I'm kind of in the opposite boat. I have a whole bunch of Puka.
Oh, yeah.
So
You're going to find out quick.
I'm gonna find out if Puka doesn't get close to 20 points, a lot of my teams are gonna feel not as good. And if Puka puts up 25 points, I'm gonna feel like I'm in a reasonable situation in a lot of teams. So I'm my sweat, my like tomorrow night is pretty big for me. And I actually randomly like I took like 1% Blake Corum this year, and I
Okay.
have 2 Blake Corum teams left. So
Nice.
my Blake Corum teams are actually doing something. So like a player who I pretty much faded fully for Jarquez, which was absolutely the wrong. Like I do
Me
have
too.
more Jarquez teams still alive, but uh like having some shares of him feel really good. Um
Yeah.
and like I would rather
Having
have
fun.
that because if these teams advance, like I get to like the Rams pieces feel awesome because if you advance, like this week, if you have a chance after that Monday night, and then they play Monday night the following week. So
Which
Thursday
is
night
pretty
this
sick.
week.
Yeah.
So they get 13 days of rest in between as well. So like
That's
a
nice.
little bit of an injury, like it doesn't matter as much. And it could mean a higher chance. Like I don't think it will, but it's a slightly higher chance that Devontae Adams plays that game too. Uh,
Yeah, I would think so. He's, very
slightly.
unlikely he plays tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, it's very unlikely he plays until postseason, I think. But
Could be true.
like, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not sure. Uh, and by the way, if you are on either one of our channels, if you could slap the like, that would be awesome. And if you're only on one of the channels, if you're on my channel, head on over to Fantasy Football Garage. The information is down below in the descriptions. Give him a sub if you're not, and if you're on Candyman's channel, type in Hoohames and come and give me a sub as well whenever we're done. Now,
Nice.
whenever, it don't matter. Everybody's welcome. And then I think after we go through a bunch of these pods, if there's still time, we'll talk a little DFS. This may take a while though, and this is what we've been waiting the entire year for.
Yeah, I
So
can't believe we're here.
yeah,
Man, it's been a ride.
thank you, Best Ball on Call, who also got a team to the finals or semifinals.
Nice. So I flipped over. This is my second Best Ball Mania team, and I think this one might have a pretty good shot. The only thing scary about this team is the quarterback situation. But so we'll get to it. But running backs, I go Bijan and JT. So I feel like that combo in here, as I'm looking across, there's a lot of JT teams, there's a lot of Bijan teams. I don't think I see any Bijan JT teams. So I have that cornered in this pod, which does feel pretty
Are you?
nice.
Wait a second. Go all the way across.
Uh-huh.
You fully dodged Jameer Gibbs too. So if Jameer Gibbs nukes, you're good.
That's also really reassuring, isn't it?
Like, yeah, like so you only have to fade the wide receiver. Like, and I mean, it's a lot of Jamar Chase who's got, and
And
I
look, two Tyreek
and
Hill teams have made it through.
yeah. So like,
It's a nice
not
pod to be
having
in.
to like, uh, my Discord. We've been talking today about
What's
this
up,
week's.
Hartman?
What's up, man?
Oh, what's up,
About
guys?
this week's DFS stuff, and we're kind of in agreement that we want equal exposures to all, but if we had one draft, we like Bijan or Gibbs ahead of HN this week.
Sure.
So having a pod that has 0 Jameer Gibbs in it has to feel good.
And at the same time,
Having
look how
Bijan
common
yourself.
Trey McBride is. He's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's on 7 of the team. He's on like almost half the pod. Has
So
Trey
if you
McBride.
if you're one of your tight ends ends up getting within 5 points of Trey
Here's the
McBride,
problem:
Zach
Goddard
Ertz
and
and
Ertz.
Goddard. I actually have that exact combination in a team.
So I'm just Ertz is obviously good, and he popped off last week too. But I like this pod. I like this team. I have 1 of 3 active QBs. I have 1 of 2 active tight ends. So I really have to I have to hit the nuts on these flex players.
Well, on the bright side, you know who the Eagles play this week, right?
Yeah,
So that has to feel fine. Like
it could be worse.
Yeah, it could be worse. So I'm not going to say he's definitely going to do something, but I mean, you're mostly sweating T Higgins. T Higgins playing, like, you have him on both of your teams.
Right.
You desperately need T Higgins to play. I have a bunch of of him as well. I need him to play. So hopefully T Higgins gets to play for us at least.
Yeah, I've got T Higgins on both of the teams. I've got Bo Nix on both of the teams, and so this one kind of a similar build where I take 8 straight flex players. I do have a pretty nice core with my Robinson Taylor that's unowned in this pod. No one else in the pod has Brees Hall either, so I'm the only Brees Hall team. And then Pollard for a good measure. I've got Sutton, Myers, Burden. Hopefully he plays and active. I got the double stack with Sutton and Mims Jr. Like I said, Goddard is my only tight end. I do have Adonai Mitchell, so I'm another Jets player in case the Jets happen to have a high scoring week.
So
Horton's dead. Ertz is dead. I call Jarquez is dead on this one, unfortunately.
And Daniel Jones
Penix
is dead.
and Daniel Jones.
So you basically only have 14 players, or actually 13, because
Yeah,
Penix is dead
tough.
too. So it's thin, but you have, like, you could flex a really high score. If it's a Brees week, we haven't seen one for a while, but
Right.
they come out of nowhere. And it is a team that the Saints are a team that he could be okay against. And I know everybody's talking about like Taylor's going to be exactly what Saquon was last year. I'm getting this feeling that Taylor is going to absolutely smash this week against the Niners. I don't necessarily want that to happen, but I am getting this feeling like the Niners defense is very, very injured. And the Colts offensive line is very good.
So the other player I don't see in this pod, and I'm looking, I don't see any Travion Henderson.
He's like very sparse through all of my pods. Like I haven't seen a bunch of Travion. I think most of the teams that were drafting him was drafting him as he was going to start most of the season, and they didn't view him as a rookie, and they didn't take like the Dobbins and stuff afterwards. So they didn't, and the ones who took Dobbins specifically, like they failed, right?
Yeah.
Because he only played what 5 weeks, 6 weeks, and then you had like 4 weeks without without an RB2. So I think a lot of the Travion and RJ Harvey, like you don't see that much of them because people were acting like they were going to have a role the whole season, and maybe they should have, right? Like maybe they should have, but coaches do what coaches do, and all of the Travion teams that I have alive, I have 3 Travion teams alive. All of them, Travion was third or fourth running back.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's because like you needed something ahead to really carry it.
No, that is
if
true.
if he was like
Thinking about my Travion teams, and he's also like my third or fourth running back, so that's pretty interesting.
yeah, so like just thinking about it, like the teams that I drafted Travion as my first running back, and I did this on purpose. I was like, if he doesn't smash, this team is probably dead because of the capital. That's the wrong way to look at it. Like that is something I'm definitely changing next year. I should definitely like treat him as a rookie no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and that's why like you're a lot of the Travion teams that got through that I've seen, most of them like they either got lucky with Dowdle at the end, or it's heavy running back up top. So a lot of the Travion teams that I've personally seen in my limited pods, because I had 7 or 14, I think. Basically none of them have double elite wide receiver.
Yeah, I've noticed that too about my teams that are still alive. It's they're my more running back heavy teams.
Yeah.
Needless to say.
Well, especially like anything early round 1, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you pretty much want the running backs blanket over the receivers.
Well, you only wanted the 3 or the 2 of them, right? And
yeah, I guess just Gibbs and Bijan.
because Saquon did like
Well, then I guess I'm thinking CMC.
yeah, oh yeah,
but
CMC, yeah.
He was later in that, like very end in that range.
Right. And then
Yeah,
like
and
but yeah, I mean there are definitely lessons to take from this year for sure. But yeah, this team definitely has a path.
I'm glad that it
It's-
does have a path with so many dead roster spots. I mean,
Yeah.
it is. I'm the only Robinson and Taylor team. I'm the only Brees Hall team, and then
I
yeah,
don't
just if
I
can
don't
your
feel
running
clutch
backs
pieces
are
to
really
hit.
nice.
yeah, the running backs are awesome.
Right.
And if T plays, like Sutton Myers gives you such a high floor that if you get a T smash, like this team's probably pretty solid to like I actually believe Bo Nix is gonna have a really solid week this week against against the Jags. But that's just me. The way you beat the Jags is on the outside. And Bo Nix is good enough at running around that he can create a little bit of extra time. And BTJ looks healthy finally. Like he hurt his wrist preseason and he never really looked fully healthy. I think that's why he was dropping the ball all the time. And then when the other injury came up and now that he's back, like he doesn't look like he did last year. He doesn't look like a first round pick, but he doesn't look dead. He looked dead for most of the season.
It is interesting. Obviously, the talent's there with Trevor Lawrence starting to pop off and get hot and find all these touchdowns. Brian Thomas Jr., like, man, he's left such a bad taste in all of his drafters' like mouths that next season he's going to go really cheap. I hope at least like he's like probably a 3-4 round pick or even later, and he's going to be a smash in that range. Like he's going to be like a great bounce back candidate.
It depends. Like if they end up making the Super Bowl, he's going to probably have some plays.
Well, that's
right?
kind of what did Worthy in.
Yeah.
Worthy had a
Yep.
so-so season, and then he
Yeah.
has a killer playoffs, and it skyrockets his ADP again. So
Yeah. Yeah. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, with with Bo Nix, like you beat them on the outside, but the Jaguars have been able to score with everybody, and that means that if the Broncos are going to be in that game, and I think they're the best team, like I think that the Broncos are the best, like easily the best team in the AFC. Uh,
okay,
and I think that they can do whatever they want. They just have to allow Bo Nix to do it. He's hit or miss, but he's going to have to beat him by throwing the ball deep outside. So Cortland Sutton
Hmm.
is perfect. Pat Bryant is really good, and Troy Franklin. Like I think that the passing game is going to be huge in Denver this week.
yeah, I would like that. I
And
don't have any Harvey on any of my teams across my 9 that are surviving. I don't remember seeing a Harvey team.
yeah, I have a single share. So I mean, it might be that I looked. I'm making up stories at my portfolio because I have a little bit of Knicks, a bunch of Sutton, a bunch of Troy Franklin.
Mhm.
But I mean, if you just go look at the PFF data, like throwing in the middle of the field, running right up the middle against Jacksonville is not how you beat them. You
For
beat them on
sure.
the outside.
Yeah, yeah. I'd be excited about that. I do have
Yeah.
quite a bit of Knicks across all of my teams remaining. If not 4, like 3 of them in both of
That
my
te-
BBMs. So
that team, that first, the team to the right of the first of the Puka team, that team looks sick.
the Chase Higgins team,
The Chase Higgins, Jacobs, James Cook, Burrow with Bo
Burrow,
Nix, like Swift, like
got Najee on it. Is that good?
not hey.
It's got Waller on it.
I mean that may like that's probably that's a fun piece this week against Cincy.
The interesting
When
thing
you were
about these
slinging it.
regrouping these pods is you have no idea when they drafted their team. For instance,
Yeah.
I drafted this team in August 16th. The guy who has that Waller team, it could have been the first week Waller came back.
Yeah.
Some of these teams could be from June or May or anything, and so
Which
it's pretty wild that you can see the differences in the ADP. At the same time, it looks fairly consistent, wouldn't you say? A lot of these like players
yeah.
are relatively where they should be in their rounds.
I mean, this entire summer, there was only like 6 players that really moved ADP. Rasheed Rice and Quinshon Judkins and
They
Joe
did move a
Mixon
lot.
and
Yeah,
Joe Mixon, right? Like
right.
those are the main 3. And then like Isaiah Pacheco, DeAndre Swift, and
Oh,
one other moved up.
Ja'Cory in the 8th round.
Oh yeah, Ja'Cory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ja'Cory was that late riser.
Yeah.
Mixon just
And
fell the
like
whole time.
I don't know if you can consider Pacheco and Swift because they moved up 2 rounds, but it was from like round 9 to 7, right? So that is a decent move, but
Mm-hmm.
that's
Interesting that 2 of these teams, and I assume they're just drafted later in the season, kind of, that late August. One of them has Bill in round 8, one of them has Bill in round 9. So that would be kind of his most expensive price.
yeah. Look at the rest of the teams in the 1 and 2 hole there. Do they
Sure.
have other dead players? Because they're already missing a third, like both of them missing their 3rd round pick.
Oh, over here in the middle of the
The
board?
2 Tyreek Hill teams.
Yeah, for sure. So these 2 teams both have McBride, both have Hill. Otherwise, pretty nice teams. This one has
Kyler.
Kyler
Scadaboo.
and Scadaboo
Scadaboo.
and
Oh
Davis.
yeah, that one.
Davis is also dead.
Penix on the
So
other
that
one.
team feels like it's
Penix.
not like completely dead to win.
Thornton's dead. Horton's dead.
But yeah, that's a team that you kind of want to be in your pod, right? Like
Oh yeah.
it can obviously get there. It has enough pieces alive. But it's a pretty thin team to win. So that
I
feels
am
good.
scared. Anytime I see like a Hurts Smith combo, that could just be, something that goes off for 60 points between 2 players in like a crazy way.
Oh yeah. But they've not done it yet this year.
Maybe not 60, maybe 50. 50 would be more realistic, but like that top outcome. And so that having anytime you have a quarterback and a receiver in your pod that no one else has that has that kind of ceiling outcome, it feels like a leverage play for sure, right?
Right. Yeah. I was actually shocked. Is that a solo Lawrence team with Penix?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So he's got Penix out. He just has
Yeah.
Lawrence.
Yeah. So
Lawrence
I
to
mean,
Etienne. Oh, to Jacoby, he knew. Damn.
Yeah,
he knew that's fun.
not a bad
Uh,
team otherwise besides
yeah,
Hill and Penix being out.
yeah,
Even
yeah.
has the
So
Michael Wilson. I think we see a big bounce back week for Michael Wilson, given the status is somewhat uncertain for Marvin Harrison Jr. But even then, he's kind of genie out of the bottle. He had a decent week against Houston, still was flex worthy, but I think in some like a better matchup, he can actually still be a strong piece.
well, the thing about Houston is when Houston gets up on you, their defense doesn't like they play the same.
Mm-hmm.
All the other teams, when they get up on you, they just play prevent all the time.
That's kind of
Houston's
like Pittsburgh was giving up some stuff last
Yeah.
night that you feel like, or a couple nights ago that you feel like they shouldn't have.
yeah, right. Like
Fourth quarter,
garbage
late.
time counts, and that's something about Houston's defense. They don't let garbage time happen. They play their game.
Look at the number of Jamar Chase teams in this pod. There's 1, 2,
Yeah, it's a
3, 4,
bunch.
5, 6, 7 Jamar Chase teams.
It's like all Chase and Bijan, right?
Interesting.
It's
One
also
Amon-Ra
like-
team, one Barkley, one Puka.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
so
two
like
Puka. Two Pukas. There's another Puka right there, but still.
one. How many Bijan? Was it 5? Like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And surprisingly, not that surprisingly, but we're seeing more McBride in round 2 than JT in round 2.
right.
And a lot of McBride in round 3 as well.
A lot of
Last
Bijan got a lot of Bijan got picked up 102, and McBride wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
Or JT wasn't there. McBride was, right?
Yep.
Like Bijan JT is one of those combos that every time it was available to me, I basically took it.
Wish I had more. I mean, it looks pretty good now, right?
It didn't do any good, but because none of those teams are alive. But I really like that combo. How we doing? Disbanded.
I'll give
Yeah.
it
So,
time.
yeah, I do think that this team has a path. And having there's only 2 JT teams in here, and like if Jamar Chase puts up like 13 points this week again, you're all this pod's down to and Bijan puts up 25,
right?
Like you gotta feel good.
It could be worse. It kind of sucks having Penix and Daniel Jones out and Ertz out, so I'm relying on one QB and one tight end. So that feels a little thin,
Right.
But you're right. Sometimes
you also have the direct leverage with T. Higgins off of all of those Chase teams.
Yeah, I think this one other team has Higgins as well.
Yeah,
this team right here.
Yep. Yeah, so and they also have you covered up a quarterback. So they have the other quarterback, Burrow, but they also have Bo Nix.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you need JT to go off or Bijan to massively outscore Chase, right? Which that's a feasible thing to happen. As long as Burrow isn't quarterback 1 on the week, right?
If you told me the fate of my team advancing is in the hands of Bijan Robinson and Jonathan Taylor, I'm cool with that. I'll ride that all day long.
Yeah.
Twice on Sunday.
Yeah.
And Monday night. I mean, it's a Monday night JT finish, so perfect.
Yeah. Best way to go out.
Yeah.
I'll go into the next round.
These are my 2. We reviewed the 2 Best Ball Mania teams I have remaining. Pretty fun. I've got 7 other teams. I think my strongest contest right now, and I'll say my BBM teams are just kind of a toss up. I don't think they're especially favored.
Yeah.
But I've got some puppies that are pretty strong that I think aren't too bad. Should I pull them up and then Hartman, you want to get one of your teams or 2 loaded and we can go through one more of mine and switch over to some of yours?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I went through every one of mine on stream earlier today. If anybody wants to see what I have live, watch the video I posted earlier today. You can see all of them. I talked through all of them, went through all the pods.
Yeah, I got to catch up on that one because I'm interested to see.
Honestly,
a lot of big board teams, right?
I had 4 big board teams.
Yeah.
So I'll remove this from stage real quick. And I made a Google sheet that has all of my shares that I have alive. So just if somebody wants a quick overview of what I'm sweating.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it does suck with all the different like contests. Like all the exposures are all divided.
Right.
Yeah, so right here, I think if I go to this view, it's easier to see.
That's perfect.
Yeah, so these are the injured players. I think I got most of them, but this is out of 17 teams. 4 of them are fourth quarter teams. I have 4 fourth quarter teams alive, and that's a 1 out of 4. But I have I only drafted 6% James Cook and only 5% Josh Jacobs, and my entire season relies on them. I have a bunch of Travion left though, but like I said, almost all of that Travion is tied to Cook or Jacobs or both. So that's kind of where my season lies, is between those 3. And you know what? Jacobs, as long as he plays, I feel pretty good about it. Troy Franklin being my most owned wide receiver feels really weird and bad, since I was a Pat Bryant guy and I didn't actually draft that much Troy Franklin. 3 of those shares are in pre-draft contest, because I have 5 pre-draft contests alive and I have 6 post-draft contests alive, and I drafted a third of the amount of pre-draft. So I obviously did better there. But like I said, Sutton, T. Higgins, I got 4 shares of. Matthew Golden. I've got 4 Matthew Golden shares alive still.
Well,
and honestly,
it could be,
a lot of people are
just
hurt.
what you need at the last moment.
Yeah, so I do have some CMC. I have 1 CMC, one Hampton, by the way, that's on a super flex team, and that super flex team has Drake May on it, and it's a 12-man pod. It gets a German Shepherd. I'm the only Drake May team in that pod, which feels pretty fun.
Being the only Drake May team is nice.
In a super flex, so, he was awesome all year, right? So, obviously, I had my T-Law teams pass, but being in on Baker, Nix, T-Law, and May for the week honestly feels pretty good. 2 Josh Allen teams, 4 Puka teams, 4 Trey McBride teams, 6 Loveland teams. I kind of have pretty clear sweats. My exposures aren't really that spread out, which is kind of weird.
Interesting.
It's it makes it good and bad in a way, because what you're actually sweating, right? But then if your guys don't hit, then you're just
As I was telling Candyman, I'm going to know about 10 o'clock tomorrow night a lot, because
that Thursday night game, man.
Puka. Yeah.
The low owned share I have is I have a Tutu Atwell to Matt Stafford combination alive, which actually feels pretty fire right now.
Is Tutu playing? I don't know.
Yeah, he got activated again. I think going into the last week or this week or something.
I just hadn't seen his name in a while.
I mean, it's only been Devontae and the 4 tight ends, but they need a second wide receiver now.
In Colby Parkins season.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, so I have in my flock. So I advanced 2 flock teams, and one of them I have Mike Evans. The other one I have Igbuka, and the opponents have Godwin. So I'm betting Godwin touchdown for sure. Because it's a 50-50. I might as well hedge it. And there's still a chance that I hit the bet and win both pots. You never know. Baker could throw for 5. He's done it before.
I thought about doing something like that on Monday night when it was Steelers and Dolphins game, because I needed the HN under. I needed the Warren over. I needed the Metcalf over. And so I almost did it, but I didn't. I just kind of sat there and sweated it out, and it was tough. But
what I did is I parlayed the absolute worst possible scenario for me into where, because I could have went from 11 teams down to 4 teams on Monday night.
Oh no.
So I parlayed that entire thing into one massive parlay, and it ended up being like a 800 to 1. 0 of the legs hit, and I advanced all the teams. So
nice.
I was also happy. Like I was like, okay, that works as well.
Yeah, so funny. Yeah, imagine that 1 to 800 hits. You're like, well, my teams are dead, but
I mean, I just turned $5 into 1,600. Like we're fine, like, because that's how the rest of my weekend had went. So like, I was like, yeah, let's just go for it. Why not? Imagine if like all but one of those legs hit, and you still have 5 teams, but you missed. I
should have just hammered DK. DK, he did some damage to mine on Monday night.
I thought he was going to do more to mine. But he scored like enough points to get all the teams I was going against up to within a point of me, but not past me. Like I got lucky there for sure, because he absolutely was open more and could have smashed.
Yeah, when he started
even
out,
harder.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we got here?
So this is a puppy. I've got 2 puppies left. This one was drafted in May. Actually, my other one was drafted in May as well. It's a 10-team pod, and I thought I'd be pretty rare. We talked about this. I think we even mentioned this before. I remember you mentioned it in my stream, but I thought Gibbs Achane would be pretty rare. There's a whole other Gibbs Achane team right next to me in this pod. There's 3 of us as Gibbs teams, and I guess only 2 Achane teams. It looks like I'm the only. No, there's one other JSN team in the 1 spot. So I've also got JSN. I'm here in the middle. I've got Devonta Smith. That looks like a unique piece here. Same thing with JMO. He's only represented on one other team, and then I'm the only Travion Henderson team. So
that's awesome.
This seems like, a Gibbs, Achane, Travion Henderson with JSN, Devonta Smith, JMO.
That was 6th round Travion has to feel awesome.
That
team is fire. So that team's fire.
This is a fun team. It's one of my favorite ones. I think it's got a good shot in the puppy. For good measure, I have Reed back. I've got Egbuka, Higgins.
Higgins is coming on.
Higgins, he's had some good weeks. Goff with the stack with JMO and Gibbs. Stroud goes with Higgins and Knoll and Schultz at the end here. And then I've got Garindo dead, but I've got Freiermuth is fine. Marks, we'll see for that big Texans team stack. So I've got 4 Texans on this squad. Make that 5 Texans. And then Sam Darnold to go with my JSN in the last round.
Yeah, last round quarterback, a guaranteed starter. Like,
beautiful.
You should always take them, especially if stacked.
Exactly. Yeah.
That team is awesome.
So this is a puppy. I think it's pretty fun. It's a 1 out of 10 advance. So a lot of things could go right here. Looks like JSN's on another team here in the second round. So there's 3 JSN teams, but otherwise I've got a pretty unique path.
Nice. I honestly, in all of my pods, like, I'm only facing a couple JSNs. I'm not facing as many as I was expecting to be.
Sure.
The problem is one of them is one of my flocks. But I think that I'm definitely a dog in that matchup. I basically just need Mike Evans to be close to a JSN this week, and that wouldn't hurt you at all.
I saw this team here, Shaft 1971. I'm just in my head. I'm like, how did he advance this team with Marvin Harrison and Gibbs? But then it's obvious.
Godwin.
He's got the Achane, which was fine. He had Cook, which is good. But then it's obvious. ETN and Pitts. And so this team, I feel like, is actually a team that was really strong in week 15 that could be. It's okay for week 16 because the running backs are so good, but like does lightning hit twice kind of scenario. I guess he has 4 good running backs, so I take that back. It's still a strong team. It just feels like other parts of his team are a little bit weaker.
Those are receivers, right? Like, how's he even going to start 3? Like,
the receivers are terrible, and the quarterbacks are pretty thin.
Yeah.
Yeah. That team.
It's all running back.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But not a bad. I mean, who knows? Not a bad team. Those could be the 4 running backs you need. So,
I mean, Igbuka can do it any week, right? And
it's a
Godwin's done it before, and that just means you have to have a 10-point week somewhere else. Like, because Gibbs, Achane, and Cook could go for 80 between the 3 of them. That's.
He kind of needs at least the Bucks to have like a decent to like good game.
Yeah,
even really have a shot, right?
The thing is that like Candyman almost has to, like, he hasn't fully covered up, because if Gibbs Achane goes nuts, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Like JSN, Smith, JMO versus the other guy's wide receiver room. Like Candyman, like if those 2 go nuts, Candyman almost definitely has the advantage.
Then it's like Cook and ETN versus Travion. He probably, and then I have Marks who should play, so we can kind of trade blows at the flex position, but I definitely get him beat at the wide receiver. And then I have 3 good quarterbacks to draw from that are all stacked up. He's only got really Baker Mayfield to count on. I wouldn't think Cam Ward is going to do much, and I don't think he has anyone stacked with Cam Ward unless I'm skipping over a name.
No, he just Tony Pollard, right? Oh no, that's the team
Not
next
even.
to him.
Yeah,
that's the team next to him. Yeah.
This team though here as well, the Bijan, JT, Chase Brown, that's pretty sick. He's a dead hunter. His wide receivers, I think, are okay after that.
Yeah, they're fine.
They're fine. They're not that good. Franklin's actually kind of nice. And then his quarterbacks with May and Lawrence is pretty redeeming. So he's got another team with like stronger running backs, not so great wide receivers. That's something I've noticed in a lot of my pods. We've all seen it. We've all experienced it this season, but it's almost the expected that the teams have really strong running backs, and then the wide receivers are just like whatever it got through. Like it's not that consistent.
Yeah, no, it really is. Let's go ahead and answer this question. So
for sure.
And by the way, if anybody asks a question, just say something and we'll bring it right up. Drop Jaden Reed and Shakir for Carter and Parkinson. I want to start with Parkinson over Tyler Warren. And he adds, do you think Rice is going to play this week? I don't know if Rice is going to play this week. I could see Kansas City sitting anybody who is mildly hurt because their season's over.
Yeah.
And like, it's not like anything's positive's gonna happen in that game with Rice. Like, we know what he is. I think he probably ends up playing, but like Mahomes has let him out to dry the last 2 weeks. Like, he's got absolutely obliterated because Mahomes throwing him hospital balls 2 weeks in a row. So at least that's not going to happen because Mahomes isn't going to be in the game. So, I think going back to the actual question, I do like Parkinson, but over Tyler Warren feels. I think I'm going to play Warren for sure.
The part that scares me about Warren is the whole Phillip Rivers connection.
Right, but is Phillip Rivers against a completely destroyed San Francisco defense better than Matt Stafford versus one of the best defenses in the league? And Tyler Warren is a more talented player. I think I'm going to take the more talented player there. Plus, I think it's close, but I think if you have to drop people to pick them up, I think I would just stick with what I have.
What do you think, Hartman? Part of me says, like, obviously go with your heart, and your kind of wants you to go with Warren because he's the better player. And you know, you draft him in a certain spot, so you might as well play him. But then my brain's telling me, well, Colby Parkinson's been on a roll.
He has been.
Davante Adams is kind of banged up, and Stafford's going for an MVP season. Is this the time to just start the guy who's been hot and scoring a lot of touchdowns?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't really mind going for Colby Parkinson. Yeah, I think probably Parkinson as hot as he's been, just with the red zone role with Devontae probably out. I mean, I think the Devontae out thing too. I mean, that's like the main red zone target of the team, right? And if that gets Parkinson, maybe a little bit more, Rams are arguably best offense.
And do we
something
think,
I will say about that is Parkinson's been getting a bunch of snaps, but so has Terrence Ferguson. I believe has got more snaps. He's just not been getting the targets. I wonder if they're gonna start mixing him in a little.
Do they play them on the field at the same time? Because I feel like they must,
they do.
right? Because the number of snaps they're both getting and the percentage.
They're playing 13 personnel a lot.
Yeah, the question I have around just like team and environment: do we think the Colts score over under 2.5 touchdowns? And then kind of the same question for the Rams. And I just feel like the confidence that the Rams could score 4 touchdowns is I think there's a better chance the Rams score 4 touchdowns than the Colts get more than 2. So then it just comes down to the opportunity of like who, what are the odds he scored touchdown? Maybe even Tyler Warren could have like 6 catches and 60 yards, but is that even that exciting? If Colby Parkinson has 30 yards and a touchdown, it's almost an easier route to expect that he could get there.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think San Francisco's defense is much, much worse. Like much, much worse. Let's look at the implied team total real quick.
Sure. Yeah, I don't have it off the top of my head, but I assume
I was logging into BBO. So the Rams are expected to score 20.5 points.
Lower than I thought.
I don't have the
Colts are the same.
Okay, so
if
they're the same, I want the
take the overs on the Rams. What are we talking about? That's crazy. The Rams are as bad as the worst team, the Colts.
The Niners are the Rams are underdogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of crazy.
So like
crazy.
They're
like a Super Bowl favorite.
Yeah, why would they be underdogs to the Seahawks? Didn't they
nuts
kick the shit out of the Seahawks?
Isn't
that when Darnold threw like 4 picks?
Isn't it at where is the game at this time? It's at Seattle. That's
in Seattle. I know that because Seattle's had some flooding lately.
Yeah. So that's why, because 2.5 points is basically saying it's an even game. So
yeah, I just would have thought it'd be like on the Rams side. I guess
Devontae Adams just got hurt. That's a huge deal. And the Seahawks are pretty healthy overall, like honestly. So it makes sense to me that they're favored. I think it makes sense. I still think the Rams win, but it makes sense why, right?
I might just be too much of a Stafford fanboy.
Yeah,
I just
we know.
Yeah, that might be it.
Do you have?
I think I am too.
You have another team you want to pop up?
Or Hartman? Yeah, for sure. I'll keep it in the same wheelhouse. This is my other puppy. That one was a streamed puppy from May 13th. This is a puppy I did not stream, but it's from May 3rd. And so here we are. This one's kind of fun. Unfortunately, it's got Devontae Adams, but I've got Nico Collins and McCaffrey, which just seems like kind of an interesting pairing, probably pretty uncommon.
I believe my one CMC share is also a puppy, the first puppy, and it's BTJ with CMC.
Okay. Yeah.
So same kind of thing. And those are very fun combinations, right?
Yeah.
You get the CMC plus the elite wide receiver that wasn't very good.
It's a little unfortunate to have Devontae Adams on this one, but at the same time, maybe McMillan snaps his cold streak. Juwan Jennings has been nice. I've got Henderson again in the 6th round, although he's very owned in this pod. He's on 4 of the 10 teams.
Right.
Shakir's
By the
whatever.
way, I said Nico wasn't very good. I meant for advancing. Like he felt
No,
pretty bad.
I know what you mean. He was terrible for advancing most of the year.
Do you know where Nico Collins sits right now in fantasy points at wide receiver?
On the year, a year total or an average per game?
Yeah, the year total. I think it's year total.
Maybe he caught up. I guess I would think it's maybe 9.
Ninth.
Ninth.
Is he 9th?
Exactly.
Okay, because I knew he's ahead of JMO, and JMO's like 12, right?
Yeah. Like 2 weeks. If you told us that 3 weeks ago, you'd be like, "What the hell did he do these last 3 weeks?" Right?
Those touchdowns.
Yeah. So like he's hot right now. The Texans are hot right now. Like they're a team I would
right
want
now.
to play in the
Texans,
postseason.
man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Pollard's a fun piece. I got Purdy stacked up with Juwan Jennings and McCaffrey. That really like kind of saves some of this team. Missing out on Devontae Adams. Loveland's fine. Noel's fine. Goddard's nice. Young to go with T-Mac. White is okay. Slayton, interesting. Dart with the Slayton stack is more interesting. Also Theo Johnson and then Woody Marks.
Nice.
So this is another kind of heavy Texans 49ers team and some nice stacks. I got 3 viable quarterbacks with Dart, Young, and Purdy, and I'm the only team in the pod with Dart as well.
And it's got a week 17 bring back if it gets through with Loveland.
Yeah, always.
And which I honestly think that CMC Loveland may be exactly where you want to be. Like if you were to tell me right now, like what my top 5 stacks that I would want next week to get into a finals, like if I were to pick one, number 1 would be Puka London. Number 2 would probably be CMC Loveland.
Is London going to play this week? Do we know yet?
It looks like he will. It looks like he will.
Okay. This is the team I think I'm pretty afraid of in this pod. Is this Puka London JSN team with Cook, Harvey, Henderson? That's just like his quarterbacks. It's only Stafford, so that's the only redeeming quality.
Wow,
all of those that block of running backs is insane.
But yeah, his wide receivers and running backs are sick. And then he just pretty much only he has dead Ayuk, dead Scatterboo, Murray, Hollywood, Penix,
Michael Wilson,
Braylon,
Keenan. Like he only needs one. Yeah. If London plays, that team probably doesn't have enough firepower to get to first. But I think we're gonna like maybe I'm hating a little too much. Like Mahomes has been one of the worst in the league at throwing the deep ball for 2 years now. This would be the 3rd year in a row, like in the bottom 3. What if Gardner Minshew throws the ball deep a little better, and Worthy actually catches a deep ball, and
honestly, I've been thinking about that because when Stroud missed 3 games and Davis Mills came in, Davis Mills was lighting it up.
Absolutely, like sometimes a little change of scenery, like is a little spark, and especially if Rashee Rice doesn't go. Like Worthy will be wide receiver 1 for KC, right? Now,
so is Gardner like a check down kind of guy, or is that more like just when he was on the Colts?
He kind of is, but he will throw it deep. Like he will just chuck the ball up in the air sometimes deep.
He's a little gunslinger, right? He's a little bit. He goes for those high risk throws.
He does, like he checks down most of the time, but he is not afraid to pull it down and just chuck it deep every once in a while. Like I'm not gonna say that he's not like Russ Wilson who could only throw the ball deep, right? Like, but he prefers to throw the short stuff, which is why Michael Pittman is so good with him. But he will chuck it deep, like, and he's not terrible at it. So, like,
there's nothing to lose,
right? Like, what is Kansas City playing for? You know, like they're just going to be out there playing, having a good time. I think it's going
to run the ball a ton. Do you think Casey comes out and runs the ball 30 times? Hunt has 19 touches. Pacheco has maybe 13 touches, something like that.
No, I think that I think that game, like, so PFF, like I watch their preview show every week, and I was kind of thinking this, like I was thinking on taking Tennessee to cover. They both think that Tennessee could win straight up. Like they said they could. One of them took them to win straight up. Now, Tennessee's defense has been really solid over the last 3 weeks. And
Yeah, the
Kansas
problem
City
was
is
never their
very
defense as
hurt.
much. I guess it was early in the season, but they've gotten nice pieces. They have a good
Yeah.
pass rush.
But
It's
Jeffrey
obviously
Simmons
their
is nuts.
offense that can't keep up.
Yeah. Yeah, and like that's why I don't think it'll happen, but their defense is kind of like the Jaguars where they're a lot better on the interior than the outside too.
Okay.
So like do I think that Worthy's going to do anything? Absolutely not. But but I could see that. Like if that happens, I'm not going to be completely shocked. Kind of like I was when MBS got there last week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was a little shocked when that happened. But
yeah. So
uh,
just a quick view, 2 PBMs, 2 puppies.
Yeah, but
that I'm excited about.
Nico CMC in that like Niners stack,
that
is
is
really
so
nice.
fun.
Yeah.
Like
plus the Niners are the last game of the week, so I just have so much riding on Ken McCaffrey, Juwan Jennings, and Purdy combination. Get me, if I'm down by 60, I still have a hope.
The fun piece here to me is Bryce Young McMillan.
Sure.
You're the only Bryce Young
Very low owned
and only McMillan piece here.
Yeah.
And they play the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are the biggest pass funnel in the entire league. So like that, I know that Canales has been very, very stubborn and trying to run the ball. But what if? Something else about the Panthers is when they're dogs, they play better, and they're not favored to win this week. So they're probably going to play better.
Play up to the competition.
Yeah.
But yeah, really happened this year.
That's kind of I was talking about, like, how many Patriots, how many Ravens, 49ers, and Colts do I have on any of my squads there in week 16?
Yeah.
Because it adds so much more fun when you still have a chance on Sunday night and Monday night. When you've lost by 10 points and you have no players left and there's still the Sunday night and Monday night games, it just sucks.
Oh, well, the anti-sweat is worse, right? Like being ahead by 12 points.
Ooh.
And like that they have CMC who starts scoring after 13 points. So if he gets his 25, which is close to his average, I think he's averaging 22 points or something. Like it's 50-50 now that the player who's getting 30 touches a week just dominates you.
Oh,
and there's nothing and you just have to watch it. You just have to watch it happen.
And you see him score like 12 points in the first quarter alone. You're like, oh shit, here we go.
Or you get to halftime and he has like 4 points, and then the first drive he comes out and like rips a 35-yard touchdown pass. Or reception. And it's like, oh no, here we go. Like the anti-sweats are much worse. Like that's why I want my Puka teams to make it to next week, because I don't want to be sweating against Puka.
Yeah, having no Puka in week 17,
it's gonna be scary. Rough. Yeah, I mean Bijan may be the same way, but like Bijan at least played in the Rams defense, right? Like he can get there anybody, but you have a little more hope. Atlanta's defense versus the Rams don't feel like the place to be.
Honestly, looking back on it, the best argument to take Bijan at the 101 would have just been to say it's week 17 and I'm imagining how you can win.
Yeah.
And you want to have a Bijan huge game on Monday Night Football that, like that's kind of, and we already knew he was going to be a safe first round pick. So you could have just leaned into that. Now looking at it, we have Gibbs playing the Vikings on week 17, right? And that looks like a pretty bad matchup, even though it's in the dome.
Yeah. I mean, so much is going to ride on week 17 based on does Bijan or Algier get the touchdowns?
I mean, honestly, that also can
Like-
throw a huge. I mean, and you want to have to win it all. You have to have that highest scoring running back on the week, and Bijan can do it. But like you said, he can get poached. I don't think you're gonna win the whole thing if you do have Bijan and he doesn't score a touchdown. If he just puts up like 150 yards with 5 catches, that's probably still not enough.
Yeah, probably not. Well, it depends on which running backs get there, right? Like if the running backs that get there are the other first rounders, then maybe.
True.
But like, let's say
Like this past week.
Yeah, let's say it's Rico Dowdle that gets there. And he gets.
And you could still have him too, right?
He gets 32 points. But you had Rico plus Bijan, and all the other first rounders, all of them, all the way across, got 16 or less points, and then you get 23 with Bijan because with no touchdown, which he's pretty much done before, right? 20ish points.
Yeah, 20.
Like
20,
that could be enough, but anything can happen, right? Like
it is interesting in this one, like the variety in the first round. Bijan's the only player that repeats. Like most of them, it was just like one or two guys.
Yeah, that one he showed, it was all Jamar Chase.
Yeah, this one doesn't.
Yeah, in one of my BBM pods, it was like 7 out of 16 are Jamar Chase.
I have a couple Gibbs shares, and I'm not seeing Gibbs very many places. So like,
There's no Gibbs in here, right? I don't see any Gibbs.
I haven't seen Gibbs in 2 of your pods now.
That makes sense. He had kind of a bad game, right?
Yeah, he was like 7.9 points or something.
Yeah.
All right. We got another pod. Anybody?
Yeah, Hartman, you got one ready to go?
Yeah, sure. Let me do the little present thing.
Yeah, sounds good.
Be right back. One sec.
I made this background the other day. I like it. Maybe I'm the only one.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Like the owls and stuff.
I just used this StreamYard AI generation thing.
Oh really?
Yeah, I just typed in a couple things of what I wanted. Spent 10 minutes, and it popped up with that. So I've been using that as my my thumbnail. Like I copied that. It said don't use it elsewhere, but like I kind of feel like thumbnails are part of you because you could put them on here, right? So I just used that to create my thumbnail as the background. Now, I don't know how long it'll stay there, but I like it for now. So you'll have to probably share a different screen because you'll have to go
like
to the pod,
pop out the board or whatever.
Whenever you pop out the board, and then from this screen, you will because you had a couple $high ones left.
Yeah, I have 2 bulldogs left.
Yeah,
what the size? Oh, a 4-person pod.
Yeah.
That's
and then this is a 23-person final.
Yeah,
so it's like really small.
Yeah, he got there on both bulldogs, right?
Yeah. I had 3 total entries though, so I had one that didn't. But
yeah. So hit Control Plus if you don't mind.
Oh, like zoom in. Oh, okay.
Yeah. There we go. That's good.
That good. All right.
I personally couldn't see. I don't know about
bro. He's duping you. Neil is duping you.
Yeah.
Who is?
Don't dupe me, bro.
They got the one. We got the same first 2 picks, and then these guys got the same first 2. Puka,
that's
Genti,
kind of wild.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So this pod is like it's 50. Like if Jamar Chase, like it's which one goes off, right?
Yeah, Jamar or Puka, and then Jacob. Jacob feels better than Genti, but
I mean, if Jacobs play, I'm like not really worried that Jacobs doesn't play. He's done this every week for the last 4 weeks. And then
Pretty
one
much.
week he randomly didn't play, right? But then all the other weeks he has played.
Yeah, that sounds right. But yeah, I don't know what I haven't really looked at I haven't looked at it like this yet, to be honest. I just usually look on like
Ooh,
the
3 teams have Fields.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 75% Fields.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Man, that guy at the one hole has to feel pretty good about this pod.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
he's got
he has Nick.
he's got 2 genties in here, which don't feel good.
Yeah. He has
Like
Jacobs, Chase Brown, Ken Walker.
yeah.
Yeah, because my RBs in this one kind of suck, I think. Like I have Jacobs and Warren, and I think
Oh,
Charbo, but then Samson,
Oh.
Allen, Hunter, who are all dead.
oh man.
So,
I
so
was
it's like just Warren and Jacobs.
I was 2 points away from advancing a Husky. And if I advanced that Husky, its quarterbacks were Jaden Daniels and Patrick Mahomes.
Oh,
Rest in peace.
damn.
Yeah, so it was like it wasn't really that upset I didn't get there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of those ones you're like, yeah, if a team's gonna get
Yeah.
eliminated.
Yeah,
Might as
if
well
I
be
gotta
that one.
sacrifice one to the football gods, it'll be this one.
Yeah.
And that's tough on the fallout
Yeah.
for these running backs.
Yeah, I don't.
But like
My
look
league
at
guys
all the
aren't very
other RB rooms though. Like the one
They're,
guy's
they're not
got
that strong.
yeah, Sean
Yeah,
Tucker and Dylan Sampson
ETN.
as well with Nick Chubb. So he's got ETN, Swift,
Swift,
and
Genty.
Genty. Like
And
yeah,
then,
the guy
those guys started heavy. Genty, Hall, Cook.
right. The guy at the one hole has to feel really good about his team.
Yeah, his team's pretty solid.
Like looking at this whole pod, did he take another running back? He didn't, did he?
Burden.
No.
No.
So he only has 4 and he stopped at Pacheco. So he's basically got 3. So
Yeah.
honestly, like this could be one of those. This is a pod luck pod. The winner of this pod could have 112 points.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, one of my Bulldogs got through. It had like 130, I think, which I guess isn't insanely low, but because I think the round before was only like 1 out of 5 or something.
Well, so one
Yeah.
of my
makes sense.
pods, the winner had 150, and it was a 5-man pod. I think it was my Bulldog. The next highest score was me with 102.
Wow.
So like if that guy wasn't in it and another low score would have went in there, like I could have got a team through with 102 because the other 4
These
crazy.
smaller tournaments, that's something I want to remember next year. Higher dollar, smaller tournaments. I want to say it was my bigger board that's still alive. It got through with 129 points, and I thought that was pretty lucky.
Yeah, I mean, if you only have to dodge 4 people, like you still want the ceiling. Don't get me wrong, but like because you still have to win it. Like even a 23 person final, like you don't need to shoot for 200 point ceiling, right? It's nice if you have it, but
and it's so interesting. I remember
150, 160, like most BBM pods, like what 165, 170 generally get through, and that's 116.
A few years ago, the team that won Best Ball Mania had 144 points or 147 points. Like some weeks are just lower scoring fantasy weeks too, and so it's all relative. Versus we just had a week where people had put up 220 points.
And
I mean,
it
the
kind of
40
feels like
tight end.
I'm getting a feeling that this is one of those years that week 17 is going to be very low scoring. I don't know why. I just get this feeling.
A bunch of Jaguars teams and Kyle Pitts teams got through. I wonder what it could be.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Like, T-Law and the boys. I don't know if he's dropping 40 again.
When I was watching the live updates from Trevor Lawrence, I was counting the touchdowns. Like, oh my God, he has 4 touchdowns. He has 5 touchdowns. I couldn't believe it. And a rushing touchdown. Like, it was insane. I was like, what is going on with Jacksonville? And they're all going to ETN.
Yeah.
Man, that one was rough. That was rough. I really fucked up the Jags.
Yeah, so you have the double stack. I guess not the double stack because Devo is now not there. So did you only have one quarterback here or not? Or yeah,
No,
okay.
I
Good.
got Goff
Good.
and Rodgers. So
Okay, yeah, that's
yeah,
fine. Rogers has a really good matchup this week, and you have the double stack with Warren.
yeah. Well, I have Metcalf. Yeah, Metcalf, Warren. I guess Calvin.
Oh,
Austin.
and Calvin Austin.
Yeah,
Nice.
we get triple sacked.
Hell
Don't
yeah.
discount it.
Steelers offense is where you
Yeah,
want to be. That's exactly where you want to be. I mean, this
yeah.
week
But
against and it's game stacked against JMO.
oh yeah, huh? Yeah, I
So like
really did
you
think
have
about this
correlation
pod.
there for this week.
Yeah,
Uh
yeah,
and Isaac Tesla, your boy.
yeah. Oh yeah, no, I go deep with the stacking.
Yeah,
Week 16 correlation, 17 correlation, all the good stuff.
right.
But yeah, I mean, I think realistically, like Trey McBride is my best out by a
Yeah.
lot, obviously. And then I
Oh
think
yeah.
the Detroit stuff. Like if like Goff to JMO can smash and like I could separate somehow in there and
And
then
you don't have to
McBride,
worry. You don't have to
but
worry about Amon Ra getting like if JMO gets 21
oh
points,
yeah.
but Amon Ra gets 30, like it doesn't hurt you. That only helps you because Goff absolutely smashes in that situation.
Right,
Like just
exactly.
absolutely smashes. So for this team specifically,
Yeah.
Damn, your opponents have no lines whatsoever.
yeah, none, zero.
Oh yeah, huh.
Yeah.
That's
I
interesting.
guess.
So are your
Yeah,
Lions
so
going to get
Lions blow.
your Lions are going to completely like make your year here or let you down?
This guy right here, based on my portfolio right now, is gonna make my year or let me down.
Yeah. Well, that's
He
where I'm
he's on
that's
he's
where
on
I'm at
like
with James
half.
Cook. Yeah, that's where I'm at with James Cook. And I was like, I like James Cook all year. I had a really hard time clicking him over Amari and Hampton. And then when Hampton finally moved up, I started getting to James Cook a lot.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
I got a little bit at the end, but I should have got a lot more. I was
yeah.
still like more hesitant on him.
I mean,
So let me see which one was this?
I was
Yeah, I
your
like having Trey
Chase
McBride there.
McBride.
Like you said, Trey McBride's probably the piece that gives you that plus the Lions gives you a pretty big edge here.
I actually don't think Josh Allen has a really big ceiling for this week against the Cleveland Browns. Like the Browns have been really bad against the run lately. So
Yeah.
I think that James Cook may be what you need. Like if you look at like they let Tony Pollard get 32 fantasy points.
Yeah, Tony Pollard. Yeah, Tony Pollard went crazy on him. One
Like
who
he has
Pollard's been
nothing else.
terrible all year.
Yeah,
who
and then
just
last
tore him
week,
up?
who did?
Or yeah, who just tore him up? The
Uh,
Browns?
I can't remember,
Who
but
they
it was
just
somebody.
play? Yeah, and yeah, someone
Uh,
had a good game against them last week too. Oh, the
um,
Bears.
yeah, it was Swift. Swift had a pretty decent game. He had like
Yeah.
20, 23 fantasy points or something, like half PPR, right? So
Yeah, I
like,
guess he didn't go crazy, but he had a good game. 5.4 carry. I mean,
yeah, and
18 for
like
98. Yeah.
the Bears offense is awesome again, like at run blocking, but I mean, the way that the scheme for running that the Bills have is just different than anything else in the league. And James
Yeah.
Cook is really good. And what they're struggling with isn't the down to down stuff. It's the one play explosion stuff over the last couple of weeks. And that's usually comes when a bad team ends up playing a lot, right? Like whenever you're a bad team and you don't have anything to play for, and you got three, like the only thing the defense cares about right now is getting sacks for Myles Garrett.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. They don't really care about the run. They're more just about
Yeah,
the
I mean they're all
run
playing for
play.
incentives and stuff like that. Like don't get me, they're not out there like fading. Oh, so you're double Trey McBride, Jamar Chase.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got it. My high stake stuff on underdog for some reason. It was like almost all like
101s.
101s. Yeah.
I
That's
remember you
awesome.
saying that too.
It was so because like my Jamar Chase was like
I
8% like on the dot, but it was one of my highest entry fee wide receivers. It was like so weird.
I kept getting late picks in all my high stake stuff, and I was very in on like uh taking the wide receivers back there, whichever ones were
Damn.
left.
Another Fields team.
Yeah.
Oh
And,
yeah,
and
you know it.
another Warren team.
Drake
Scattaboo, hate
May.
to see it. And then do you think Harrison Jr. plays this week?
I don't.
No. I guess I don't know. I mean,
So both of them have Debo. Both of them have Chase and McBride. So you probably advance
yeah.
0 or 2 here. Oh, you got
yeah,
Blake
this
Corum.
one has a little bit
Corum's
better
nice.
stuff at the end.
You
yeah.
have Blake Corum. I
Yeah.
thought what happened to
And
Jarquez
Coker could
Hunter
help
Bros?
Oh no, near the end I capitulated. My Jarquez fell off a cliff in like September. I mean like percentage because I was at like 1% quorum. I got up to like 7 or so, 6
Oh
like
wow,
6
you
or
got way up.
7. Yeah, and I stopped clicking Jarquez.
I never
because it says so
capitulated,
much.
but I did stop taking Jarquez, which was the
Yeah.
worst of both. Like, I mean, definitely couldn't continue taking Jarquez.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean Corum didn't do anything last year. I was super in on him last year. He didn't do anything. It's like,
Right.
it makes you think that they just didn't see much. But I guess there's one of those teams that just don't like using the rookies right away.
Yeah.
Like he had to earn it, I guess. And then now
Yeah.
he's finally, yeah.
The only person they've ever not done that with was Puka.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, except the receivers.
That's it. Well, even Whittington, like they talked like they were going to use him a whole bunch.
Yeah, I mean, he's always
And
been like
then-
a role player guy. He's never been like a full-time guy.
Hey, thank you, Chris. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, what's up, Chris?
Oh, what's up, Chris?
Appreciate you, my man. Good to see you.
He says, "Hey, Chris, the Candyman, Hartman, Hoohames, everyone. Hope all is well. Like, support, subscribe to each of their YouTube channels. Great fantasy football content. BBD, BBM, etc. Always killing it.
My guy.
My guy. Thank you, sir. You had a BBM, right?
Nah, brick.
Hoohames, you son of a
Great
bitch.
brick. Wow.
Why would you bring that
I'm
up?
leaving.
No, I thought he did.
Nah, straight brick.
Hoohames, you have access to BBMDB. You're supposed to know these things. You just destroyed Hartman's confidence.
I mean, all the mad I personally, I would rather have a team to the Bulldog finals than the BBM finals.
No, I don't have the
Maximum
BBM
copium.
finals. You got to get like 6th in the Bulldog to get like the entry to BBM finals.
Do you?
It's around there, I think, because I don't think you make like. I think.
No, I looked at his
maybe
portfolio.
not.
I thought he had one.
Nah, I would know. I got one that was I mean, that was what I was talking about with DK. I got really close on one. I lost one by like 1 point. Or like it was like 1.3, 1.4, something like that. But it was DK and I had Waddle. And like both our guys that they were outscoring had like a 3 and a 4 or something. But I was up and then he just caught up by enough and passed me with DK. And because I was thinking that one, I'm like, oh, I got a pretty good shot. He was like the only one really like super in reach. I was like, if Waddle beats DK or even they're close, I'm like, oh, I got a good shot. But
my favorite DK team, I was very excited about. It was Jahmyr Gibbs, Devon Achane, and Jonathan Taylor with George Pickens, MHJ, Rashee Rice. And obviously they all sucked.
Yeah.
But that pod had 3 Kyle Pitts teams, and 2 of those teams had Trevor Lawrence. So it was like completely dead. I'm pretty sure there was a team with like 210 points that didn't get through in that pod.
Wow. That's brutal. It is brutal, some of the pods.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm just glad I didn't have any like 180s or something that didn't get through. That would have been kind of salty.
Last year I completely bricked. I maxed last year and I didn't get a single one to this week. So I understand. And then this year How are you doing on SBS? I only got one alive.
I have 5 left, but I have one. I did get a jackpot through, so that I think just auto advances. I don't know how
Yes,
that
no,
works.
it automatically goes to the finals. My jackpot I lost on Monday Night Football Week 14,
Damn.
due to well, I lost it as I was saying the other day. I had Drake May and Brock Purdy, or I have San Francisco and New England quarterback on that one.
Mhm.
And my third quarterback was Kirk Cousins, or the Atlanta quarterback. They scored 4 points. 4 points in week 17. And I lost by 3.
Damn.
And
That's
I went into Monday night ahead by 14 points. And the Eagles defense scored 18 to put me out.
Oh, wow. That's a
So,
that's a brutal one.
yeah,
Especially
yeah.
on one of those
Like,
jackpots, because that's those are
yeah.
so much more.
Yeah, it was not great. Like, like it was. I was like, I knew it was going to happen. I could just feel it.
Yeah.
And I think they got an like a interception super late in the game to like seal it or something. If I remember right. Like,
That sounds right. Yeah.
and it was like
Yeah.
just enough to put them over. Uh, but you have any more you want to show?
I get
And-
not in particular. I mean, if there
okay.
so I
Got
got
any nice pre-draft stuff?
oh
Or
oh
no,
let
show us some
me
of the rookies and sophomores. I want to see at least
let,
one of those or two.
all right, let me show
Oh, you
or
got
yeah,
14 rookie and sophomores?
Bro, he's got the nuts
yeah.
on the RS.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
I got I think I can just show it. Is this view
Yeah,
okay?
you can go through
Okay.
this. It just
Okay,
doesn't
and
show
I'll
you.
just scroll like kind of quick through these, yeah. Or
Yeah.
oops.
Also, I
So
was talking to Candyman before we get into this. I was talking to Candyman before this stream. I mentioned it in his stream last night, but after this week, like we'll hopefully have some sweats to go into next week, right? But we'll do something next week. But then after week 18, like 17 or 18, probably after week 18, we'll know the playoff pods. I'm gonna definitely do a FFPC, like the playoff best ball there, and I was gonna fund one for us to all do, and if anybody else wants to also do one, because those are the
I'm
ones to
down.
where you pick one player
Mhm.
from each team.
What was the entry? Is it 30 or 35?
35.
35. Yeah, I'm down for one for sure.
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, I'm
I've
down.
already got the money on there to do one for sure, but there it's a good thought process because it's like if you take Saquon, you can't have AJ Brown because it locks that team out. And then you have to pick 2 teams to not have any players from.
Yeah.
And
I
you
did.
have to fit a defense and a kicker in too. So
Yeah,
you basically have to fade 4 teams, right?
it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's and then also your quarterback matters a ton because essentially you
Right.
just want either the quarterback or the highest scoring positional player on the team that is in the Super Bowl.
Well, like I think it's one of those things. It's like Devontae Adams versus Puka. Like if Adams is healthy, if we know he's going to be healthy going in, um, it's going to be wild because like Puka is probably going to be like 80% out.
Yeah,
So
could
then
be.
you get leverage by taking Adams because all the other Rams will be Kyron, right? So like Devontae is probably going to be extremely low owned. So like, do you want the leverage or do you like there's just a lot of like, well, we can talk about all that whenever we get there.
The
But
playoff best ball stuff reminds me
okay.
like some it's a format where and I think I'm pretty sure I believe this where like if you have access to some sims, if you can like sim some outcomes, you can get some sims that would be like, oh, we're highly confident that the Jaguars make the Super Bowl, and
Yeah.
then just draft like you're right, and you're gonna be different than like 90% of the field. And so
Yeah.
not only are you getting different, you have a better path to like, if
Winning.
that's what happens. You're one of the few teams that got it right. So that's, to me, part of the intriguing piece is like just fading whenever else is doing, and then leaving it up to luck where these games, like we all think, oh, it's going to be like Rams or like a shoe-in to get there, and maybe the Patriots or maybe the Bills. But in reality, it's really hard to predict who's in the Super Bowl, just unless the Chiefs, right? The Chiefs or else, like who else? But
Yeah.
not this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So now we can go back to this team. I just wanted to mention that.
It's fun.
I feel like Hartman, like it'll be fun, like arguing about who we take.
It'll be. I mean, to be fair, the Devontae one, I'm all in on the Devontae.
Well, right.
Devontae
Like I think if we do 3 teams,
reasons. I mean,
if all of us did a team, I think having one Devontae team would make a lot of sense.
But if you take Devontae, you can't have Corum, and we all know he's the skeleton key.
Maybe he is.
Yeah.
And like probably nobody's going to take, like, Matt Stafford's probably very underowned in there too.
I wonder. I think just because he's a quarterback.
No, you can only take one player from each team.
I know, but just because he's the quarterback on the team with the best odds at Super Bowl, I think he will. But you're right, because it's kind of tiered. It's like if Puka,
look at
all
Puka,
Devontae.
I think you're going to see a lot more AFC quarterbacks.
Right, because how do you match Puka or Devontae with an AFC receiver?
Yeah. Do you take BTJ? Yeah. Do you take Travis Etienne versus the Rams defense?
Yeah, there's no one on the AFC that matches like elite guys, huh?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Huh?
And like you got Josh Allen, you have Drake May, you have Week 15 God Trevor Lawrence, with like Justin Herbert, right? Like, I mean, the only one you could argue is Nico, right? If you want to play that angle, like Nico and Stafford kind of work out.
Nico feels pretty good.
Yeah,
it's hard to see. I guess the Texans, you could see him making a run. Any AFC team could, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess the argument for like the Texans is similar to the Seahawks, where it's like the defense just makes it a manageable game and they score enough points. And even if the Seahawks went in, I might just want their kicker, or like, if I don't know, obviously JSN, but that's going to be pretty high owned.
Yeah, like everybody's going to be on JSN. Like,
Fairbairn for the Texans could be the way to do it, and they fucking love field goals.
They do. They like, he absolutely takes points when he can.
Well, I mean, the Seattle kicker, didn't he just set some like franchise record or something? So he had 6 field goals in the game. Yep. The game against Colts. Yeah.
Kickers at the 101.
Yeah, like it's so much fun to talk about. Like, I think we would probably spend at least 2 hours just discussing 3 teams. Like, because it's like we could continue down that rabbit hole, but we will just stay on that rabbit hole. So let's reel this back in. I just wanted to say that
I love it.
We definitely want to do. I'm definitely wanting to do that for sure, and I feel like it'd be more fun to sweat it as a group. I'll probably do a couple myself as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, that sounds fun.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah, so some of these I was just gonna show the Trevion, 85% in the pod.
Oh my
Trevion.
God.
So he's kind of like
pod?
I think there's
6?
7 now.
Okay. 1 out of 7.
Yeah, 1 out of 7.
Okay.
So it was 1 out of 4, 1 out of 8, 1 out of 7.
Okay, you're in good shape to get at least a few through.
I just wanted to show my exposure in this real quick out of the 14. So 92% Trevion. The Ricky is
Ricky.
Oh, I had like 50% Ricky.
Because he was cheaper. He was kind of cheap.
He was pretty cheap, actually.
He was pretty cheap in rookie sophomore.
Yeah.
He was like a 6th, 7th round or something like that. I have a ton of Genty for some reason. He was a first round pick. All the first rounders kind of sucked.
Where's all your May?
Oh yeah, my Knicks got through better. 35%.
Wow.
I don't know.
Knicks made it through.
May went pretty early, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
like
May, Knicks, and Caleb were like in a tier, kind of.
Yeah.
And then, but May was usually the first out of the tier. Knicks was usually last.
Man,
and then JJ went right after.
Right.
I had an insane rookies and sophomore team, I only did one, and it was ludicrous. It was Bucky, Hampton, Scadaboo, and they all got hurt. I was 100 points
Rip.
by week 7.
Rip.
Wow.
That's crazy. Well,
And I didn't even and then I got beat by like 150 points because
you know what's
I
also
didn't
funny in
score a
this?
single running back point for 4 weeks.
I'm surprised Dart is not higher owned.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't drafted
that
all the
much.
time. He wasn't drafted all the time.
I didn't
He
draft I didn't draft like hardly any Dart personally because I was really big on going like 2 super solid quarterbacks minimum, if not 3, and
And then
letting
just ride
other
the flex.
people take the guys. You know, I mean, we were kind of talking about it like when it was going and stuff, but yeah, like letting other guys take those like not starting week 1 guys.
You could get last round and for me, if I didn't want to do a bunch of them, but if I were going to, I would have had a whole bunch of Quentin Johnston, Troy Franklin, and stuff, which were free picks at the end.
And yeah, I actually got a decent amount of Coker through, and he was pretty free like at the end. I don't even think like he's not very owned in this, I don't think.
Right, like he would have been a scroll. He would have been a scroll, and he's probably gonna. I think Coker, either McMillan or Coker, I think gets a touchdown for sure this week. It could be Leggett, but I kind of think Bryce throws for 2, maybe 3 touchdowns this week.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. I'm definitely rooting for Coker. I think I have some of him in just like in general, but I know I have him in the rookie and sophomore. I think. Oh yeah, the only other decent thing I have this in the big board. So Josh Allen, Goff, Tua. I'm the only one with all 3. I have Cook, Tracy, ETN. Only one with Tracy, a couple ETNs, only one other Cook.
Well, do you get points for backup quarterbacks in this format?
Oh yeah, Tua is not playing. Well, I don't think he was hitting the lineup anyway, so it's fine.
Nah, you're solid.
Yeah, but I forgot about that actually.
What is it? Badge roll?
No, this is the big board.
Oh, the big board.
Yeah.
Big board's a fun sweat. I got 1 left only. I didn't do a whole lot. I think I did 50 or 70.
Yeah. That's the contest I have the best chance to get to the finals. That was a bigger contest. I have 4 teams left in the big board.
Oh, nice.
Wow, look at that. The depth on this one. I saw you with the receivers.
Yeah.
It's a lot of receivers.
Isaiah Bond hitting.
Incredible. Besh, Royals.
Yeah. But yeah, not great at the end. But I don't know. I mean, the top guys feel okay. This one,
the top guys are good. The running backs are pretty solid right now. You got 3 good options there, and then the receivers.
How late did you get that Tua? I feel like that's a Tua that's like kept falling.
Can you see? Oh, or I can see on the board, huh?
Yeah. Because that feels like you wouldn't have normally taken him unless he was there in like round 16, 17.
Took him around 12.
What happened there?
I think Nick Westbrook-Akine. Jalen Wright.
Yeah, but you had Josh Allen and Goff.
Why did I do that?
I'm just curious. Like
I did have Waddle. I had Waddle.
Oh yeah, you got Waddle.
I don't know.
I was looking. Maybe you auto drafted the Jared Goff, and you just bit the bullet. That's probably.
I had a Monra though.
Oh yeah,
and Laporta, so probably not.
Maybe you forgot you had Josh Allen.
I mean, it was also the big board. Like I don't know when I picked this. Like this could have been like draft 3 of the year. I might have been like 3 QB. Let's get that stack going, boy. It's been
something I've been thinking about for next year. I want to have a mix of 3 QB and 2 QB teams.
Yeah.
But to me, just because one of the QBs is elite will not determine if I go 3 QB or 2 QB. The way we saw Jaden Daniels and Lamar miss so many games, like it almost just is like you just want to have some exposure to 2 QB and 3 QB teams. I used to be of the opinion where it's like, and I'm starting to change it a little bit, where it's like, oh, I took Josh Allen, it's a 2 QB team. But now I'm thinking I mean, I was like 12 or 13% Lamar Jackson, and that sunk a bunch of my teams because they were only 2 QB teams. If I would have had a cheap Darnold or Stafford, a lot of those teams would have probably made it through and then
Well,
be a low-owned, Lamar Jackson piece. I don't know,
it-
big branding it a little bit, but just trying to evolve in my way of thinking. And I think it's funny because this is a perfect example where it's like you do have those 3 QBs, and if Tua was alive, it would be nice just to have one more stack option, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, in
so
theory,
I
yeah.
was like, I'm not making fun. I was just curious. Like, I was looking through my teams today, and my one puppy, I think it was my puppy. I'm pretty sure it was my puppy.
Mhm.
For some reason, and I streamed this team, so I could go back and look and see what happened. But I took DJ Giddens in round 12.
Yikes.
That's
Like,
fair.
Mistakes were made. I took
what?
Hoohames,
DJ Giddens?
I took
Wait, in the
24%
big board you're
Jaden
saying?
Blue this year.
No, in the puppy. This is post draft. This was post draft. Like, I don't know what happened. I'm assuming
Mistakes were made.
Well, I had BTJ on the team, so I'm assuming what happened is I starred him, and I got the. I'm assuming. I don't know.
No,
I
I
can go
think
back and look.
you're just that Giddens guy.
Yeah, I mean, I did have a bit of Giddens, but like round 12, like at no point were we worried that like he wasn't going to be there, right?
I mean, it could have been like on a stream too, where
No, it
where you
was
were like making a statement.
Yeah,
early.
that's probably well, but how did he get up there? I would have had to start it. I'm assuming that's what happened. Is that I
Oh, yeah.
started and then I got into a tangent. I'm like, oh well, looks like I got DJ Giddens in round 12.
And you're probably like, well, I accidentally took DJ Giddens, but honestly, I'm not that upset about it.
yeah, well, right, like yeah, it's like well, ADP doesn't matter after round 12 anyway. You know?
At the same time, you're 100%
But
correct.
hey, you know what? The team's still alive. It could have been worse.
Yeah. Hey, I
Like,
mean,
He's
it
the
could've been
spirit
worse
animal
for
that
sure.
team needed for me
Yeah.
to finish.
I've got a few of those. I've got a bunch of Jarquez spirit animals on my teams. It's
Yeah, I
feeling
do
great.
too.
Wait, one last this running back room, then I'm done.
All right.
Get
Oh,
this
wow.
Badge Rose brawl. This is Badge Rose brawl. So 6-man.
Okay, this doesn't
Right.
count because I
Got
saw
that
Puka
through.
in the 4th,
Yeah.
and I was like, what is this?
Yeah. So the 6-man.
So going back to those quarterbacks, just
Oh yeah. I think the one that carried me, I had May. I got May super late. I picked the 3rd. See, that's why you pick the 3rd. That's why you do it, Hoohames. That's also why I want to show is to show you the reason. But no, I don't know. The running back room though is just crazy, like 3 straight.
Yeah.
But obviously you can do it in a lot of these.
Back to Candyman's point of the elite quarterback. That's something else I was thinking. Not necessarily going double elite, but going like elite and then like a Bo Nix and then stopping. Like taking your second one earlier. So when your player if your player gets hurt, especially with like Jaden Daniels, like you're going to expect him to miss time. Like I will probably only take Jaden on 3 quarterback teams, maybe. I mean, it kind of depends. But
I feel like I'm going to overcorrect so much from this season.
Yeah.
I'm going to fade every QB that goes ahead of round 7, round 8.
I mean, we were discussing in my Discord today where we think Jaden goes, and I was saying I think he may go like round 6, and other people were saying they think he moves back to like round 9.
No way. He's
I'm
still going to be.
I'm like, I view him.
In my mind, he's like around 4 or 5 guys still.
Well, Anthony Richardson had that huge spike week potential and never showed anything to be able to throw the ball. And he only fell to middle around 7. Like,
there's no way Jaden Daniels falls. So what I've been saying, where do you think Drake May goes next season?
Probably like QB. Probably like where
I don't
like Hurts was going this year. Like
I think he goes about half a round after Hurts.
3rd or 4th round.
No, I think it's like 5th, mid-5th.
I'm thinking
I think
3rd round, especially if he torches right now and he does something big in like the fantasy playoffs. He didn't really have like a groundbreaking week, but he was good enough last week. But if we get one more big game out of May, or if he does something cool in the actual actual NFL playoffs, I think he's like a 3rd round lock.
Yeah,
The hype is real. People are like, oh, he's the next Josh Allen.
So how are his spikes though? Like relative? Does he have?
He doesn't have spikes, but
He's
he
a really
is
good
very consistent. His floor is really, really high.
Which is kind of like the Jalen Hurts until this year, right? So that's why.
I mean, Jalen Hurts has had a really high floor this year. He's almost guaranteed 18 points a week.
Oh, I guess this year he doesn't have the ceiling. He still has the floor.
Yeah, his floor is absolutely
other way.
Like, he's still getting like 18 a week.
Where does Dart go then?
5th
round.
I like where Fields went. Oh no, he's gonna go way higher.
So I actually think all quarterbacks drop in price. I think that's the lesson we're going to get this year. I think because Lamar got hurt, because Jaden got hurt, Josh Allen didn't super carry. Like, he was good. He's really good this year. But he didn't absolutely carry everything.
The opportunity cost on Josh Allen is not really worth it, even though he had some good weeks. He wasn't able to overcome it.
Josh Allen doesn't have any stacking partners. So, like, it does, like,
that hurts
who do you bring with it? So, like, it was harder to bring people along with him. And, like, Drake May's the same kind of way. So
it's interesting too. The way to play Josh Allen would have been to stack him with Cook, which is hard to pull off, and Kincaid, which maybe you could reach up for Kincaid, but that's like the optimal way to play him.
To the insider for the Texans, there, Candyman.
I think it's looking okay. I think he's gonna. I think he is gonna start.
Yeah. So I think that, like, the elite quarterbacks next year get pushed down on. All of them get pushed down one round. And if you remember, at the end of the year, Jaden Daniels is going near the 4-5 turn. So that's why I think it's mid to late 5th on Jaden. I don't think he goes where he was going this year. I think he goes later. I think it's fair for him to go later.
Where does QB1 go? Like, regardless of who it is, where does QB1 go next year?
I think it's Josh Allen. I think it's still the 3rd round.
I think it's a 3-4 turn.
Yeah, the end of it, but I think that's probably where he's at.
Yeah. I think it gets pushed because, like, this year it was middle of 3rd.
And then it's immediately Drake May. It's like Josh Allen, Drake May.
It'll be Lamar again.
Probably Lamar, still Jaden Daniels. It'll be Dart,
I think Jaden gets pushed down. I really do. Like, this is 2 years in a row to where he can't stay healthy. Like, he's going to get pushed down.
I honestly think there's a lot of quarterbacks that are going to be grouped up there, and I don't know if that gives everyone a chance to wait and take them later, or if they're all going to group up as rushing potential good quarterbacks on good teams, and that's going to make them all like in that kind of round, pre-round 8 range. We could see more quarterbacks ahead of round 8 than ever.
As of right now, all of the late pocket passers are the best picks. Sam Darnold was an awesome pick. Matt Stafford was a fantastic pick. T-Law, like, Stroud is getting to where he's becoming a good pick. Goff was awesome, who I basically faded for McCarthy because McCarthy is the best quarterback in the league. I mean, I never said that, but I was like, well, if I'm in that game, I want the
rushing
guy
upside,
upside who goes later, right? But maybe you just want the team who every year scores 30 points a game. The real issue is that most of the quarterbacks are just safer picks in general, right? Yeah, and I think it's one of those things that, like, they will slowly push up the board, but I do think that they will be the 3-4 turn to start. And, like, I think we could see 4 to 5 quarterbacks go in the 4th round. And, like, if we're just going, like, where does Bo Nix go? Because everybody was quick to hate on him, but he's been really solid this year. And so is Caleb Williams. So, like, those guys aren't like, and Joe Burrow, like, all those guys aren't like tiers behind the other people, so if they're like 4 rounds later, like, why would you draft those other guys? Like, that's kind of why I think that all the quarterbacks get pushed back and that we're going to get a ton of them from like 4 or 5 turn to round 7. Like, I think that area at quarterback could look like rounds 7 through 9 did last year.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's
We have no idea what happens. I thought tight end would do that last year, and tight end was the cheapest it's ever been. I'm like, tight ends look so good this year, and they have ended up being like the best value on the board. Tight ends this year.
Is McBride a first round pick?
If Brissett plays, I don't know exactly where I'm going to put him, but I'm going to have him between 106 and 111.
I wouldn't take McBride. I'd rather have Bowers wherever he goes than McBride in the first. McBride in the first. I don't know. My Trey McBride did terrible this year, so maybe I'm being
Trey
biased.
McBride
He's
has
healthy.
over 100 points more than the next tight end, I believe.
I mean, at least for my team,
and like
shit.
If you remove the weeks that, like, I haven't done it yet, but I'm assuming if you remove all the weeks that Kyler was there and you just go with the points per game since Brissett, that like he's probably well over 20 points a game, which at tight end would be
his
insane.
pace. I forget exactly, but I'll completely mess it up. But it's like what I don't know. Like 104. His Brissett pace for 17 games was like 145 catches, like 1,450 yards, and what was like 17 touchdowns or something.
Yeah, it's been a touchdown a week on average. So like, and it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter what position you are. If that's what you're doing, you should be a virgin. Like obviously, like that's 101 stuff, right? Like if you tell me that's what they're going to get, you just take that player 101. But that's a projection, right? Like it can't stay there the whole year, maybe, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
I guess it's just because everything with his whole situation feels so fragile. I guess, right? Because just everything's kind of up in the air, and like it's like with Brissett versus Kyler, but they're also like the pass heaviest offense in the NFL, right?
Well, they're the
Yeah,
pass
just have volume
because their whole defense is injured as well. So like,
Bad
there's
defense,
the volatility,
heavy volume.
So like next year, is that gonna repeat really?
Maybe, like, because McBride can get there early in the, like, Michael Wilson's been the one that hasn't got there early in the games very often. Brissett has, like, not Brissett, but McBride tends to get more points earlier in the games than Wilson, and Wilson tends to get more of his points in garbage time. Maybe I'm making that up. Maybe I'm just a hater. That's possible. What's up, Captain Clutch Pants? Need advice? Full PPR, start one, Fannin, Schultz, or Waller. I'm pretty in on Harold Fannin this week. He had 14 targets last week.
Yep.
And
yeah,
I was just typing that up. I think I would have said Waller if Tua was still playing, because that's kind of just maybe. But it was between Waller and Fannin. With Ewers playing, I want to go to Fannin. And then honestly, Schultz is not a bad option. So you've got three good options there. Probably still Fannin, right?
Absolutely. Candyman said about 30 minutes ago that he needed to go in 10 minutes.
This is true.
Yeah,
I do. It's getting late. Wow, having so much fun. It's hard to sign off.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm good. Stopping now if you guys want. I think it's a pretty good spot. So go ahead and let everybody know how to find you, Hartman and Candyman. Whoever wants to go first, go first.
Hartman Fantasy Football on YouTube. Good luck everyone this week. Hopefully see you guys all in the finals.
Yeah.
Let's go. And you will find me in a trash can after this week because all my teams will be dead. But we're all gonna lose anyways. So let's get it in week 16.
Cue up the "I live in a trash can" meme. Right?
Set the bar low, set your expectations even lower. There's only one place to go, it's up. So that's the way I'm doing this. If I get it one team through, I'll be happy.
I'm going to be very, very upset if I don't get at least one team through, because I have 2 fantasy flocks, which are head-to-heads alive. So if I get 0 altogether through, I'm going to be very sad. But yeah, you find, like, I got everybody's descriptions down below in the descriptions, everybody's information. I'm also really tired. I'll see everybody later. Have a great night. I'll be live tomorrow, 4 p.m. on my channel. Once again, I will be I'm going to do my deep dive on DFS tomorrow and
nice
kind of to what I think should happen in the ADP landscape a little bit there. Take care, everybody. Peace.